run. No. No. Oh my god, I got it! I got it! I got it! I got it! Ah.
A rose called by another name is smile just as sweet. Just as a bitch, no matter what their name falls before me in defeat.
Ah.
A rose called by.
Alright, we are doing a little late night stream. Heretic, hello! Revan, how are you doing today? Hope everybody is doing excellent so far this evening. Excuse me, sorry, I just ate dinner. Hopefully everybody is doing fantastic. Good to see you guys all here. Hope your day's going well. Hope your evening's going well, whatever one it is for you. Hello? Sorry, we have a slowly adjusting feral cat in the house, and she'll come up for pets, but she's just in here. There you go. Like, she'll get pets, and then she'll just walk away real quick. Gabriel, hello from Brazil. Brazil? Wow. I've never been there. I've been to a few countries, but never Brazil. Alright, let's see what we got to do today. Killers at 1.5 times bonus. Let's check the quest board. We don't have any of these available yet, so we'll just go ahead and do some other stuff. How is everything? How is everybody doing? Excuse me, sorry.
I won't be a sacrifice.
Recently, so when you hear me clearing my throat, gosh, it was about, wow, almost 10 years ago now. I had my gallbladder removed. And fun fact, excuse me, sorry, is when you get your gallbladder removed, your gallbladder helps you process food by breaking it down. And when you have it removed, your body compensates by producing more saliva after you've eaten. So what you hear is me just trying to clear my throat constantly after I've eaten. So I apologize for that. We're just going to use a little tricky build here. Excuse me. Sorry. But I figured tonight we could do a little late night stream. Discuss some future Merida stories, because there has been some chat in hello, Heather. In the, I'm trying to lean down to pet her, by the way. Most recent Game of Thrones chapter, where someone requested that Merida go to the Warhammer Fantasy universe, but wanted the story to focus on Farron, and Merida being one of the side characters, which I'm not opposed to. Excuse me, sorry, so much. But I don't know too much about Warhammer Fantasy, so I've been watching lore videos since yesterday, trying to figure out how I might go about that. I think I have a pretty cool idea, but there are other things. There are other universes that are confirmed to happen after Story 11. Like Castlevania, for one, is going to be one of those other universes. I have it the list. Hold on, let me pull that up real quick, and I can figure out, or I can let you guys know, those confirmed universes. I know Castlevania, Warhammer 40k, here we go. Yeah, Castlevania, Warhammer 40k, Devil May Cry. People wanted Naruto, Power Rangers, Sailor Moon, Yu Yu Hakusho. And some people have also requested, what is it? Oh, this right here where we're playing Dead by Daylight. It was voted on.
And they chose wrong.
Okay, well, you need to let them know that. I can't be the one to tell them that. We can also always just make her an Umber Witch that goes to the Devil May Cry universe. She's got the hair for it, after all. But hopefully everybody's night is going great. We're gonna try and have some fun today. Get some stuff done. So this build right here that I'm doing focuses on tricking the killer into doing stuff. We have blast mine. I do 40% worth of a gen. I can put a blast mine on it. Killer goes over to kick the gen. They get blinded. Mirrored illusion. I do 20% worth of a gen. I can put an illusion of myself on the generator. Killer will go over there and try and hit it. And then Red Herring says if I repair a generator for at least 1 second, and then I get into a locker, a blown engine announcement will pop up onto the killer's like HUD, and they'll go over there thinking that I popped it, but they'll see the illusion, try and hit it. When they figure out it's an illusion, they'll kick the gen, get blinded. You know. I did hear, like, ironically, very little was given to me about Sigmar as far as the lore videos that I've been watching. I watched a general overview lore video, then I watched one that went over the primary and I guess secondary races. I went in, watched one lore video specifically about the dwarves, and then another one about I think his name is Belethar of 8 Peaks. I think it's called 8 Peaks. And then another one about the Chaos Dwarves. Who's that? Just standing there. Oh, it's Legion. Legion can kind of counter this. But I didn't hear too much about Sigmar, apart from the fact that he's like, and this is the only thing I can remember, is he was like someone who united a bunch of the kingdoms like as allies, and then did he become a god? I can't remember off the top of my head, if I'm being honest with you. I'll take the hit. The hit is nice. Just doing that wasted so much time that he's got almost 2 gens about to pop now. That's kind of funny. Forcing him to sit there and wait to see if I'm gonna go over that or not. Nice, nice. He kicks it, so he probably doesn't have the button. It's two gens done, though. We'll take the hit. The founder of the Empire, he united many human tribes, not all. Okay. I couldn't remember if he became a god or not. There were a lot of talk of end times and stuff like that, but nothing super concrete. Oh, this guy just wants me, I guess. He's not gonna hook anybody else. I know there's basically like... There's like England and Russia, which are like the humans in the south and then the humans in the north. And then there's like, if I remember correctly, like Indus, which is basically India, and then like a China variant as well. They're wasting time healing. He's gonna hook her. Oh, and then he's immediately gonna come after me. The slower you go, the less chance I have of getting away. Just FYI. Oh wait, here we go. This is what I needed. Didn't he also help the dwarves with something, and the dwarves gifted him the warhammer that he uses? Am I misremembering that? But he like literally. Kislev is Russia, Ukraine. It is in the north. Yeah. Constantly being there, and yeah. I remember there was one that was basically like Russia. That was like the big emphasis thing that I kept. That kept being kind of like hammered home is like they're in the north and they like the cold and they like to drink and. They basically say that they're the toughest, tougher than their southern cousins, or whatever it is. But the southern cousin, because they fight, demons constantly. But the southern cousins, which is basically the English kingdom, are good when it comes to helping out against the forces of chaos. Yep. Okay. Yeah, definitely drop that so I don't have any kind of recourse. Thank you so much. Gonna be right back in 2 seconds. What the fuck? Are you seeing this? That hit me through the wall.
Not them. I don't care about the beans. Shit. Shit. No! Please, no! Did I do it? Oh my god, I did it!
Alright, I'm back. Let me pull up Steam real quick so I can... Oh, nope, not that. Alright, there we go. Then I also saw, what was it? There was obviously the elves, the dark elves, humans, chaos humans, dwarves, chaos dwarves. I already know about the Skaven. The Skaven are awesome. I've known about the Skaven forever. A doomsday scenario called End Times. Many of the best characters of all factions are from this period. Perfect reason for the Fated to intervene and try and save the world. Oh, okay. I have the makings of an idea. But I'm still letting it percolate as I go through and learn more about the lore and become a little bit more confident in being able to explain it and remember it. Did they basically destroy the world because they're not going to be doing any more of the tabletop game figures or something like that? I remember one thing in one of the videos said that the Chaos Dwarves hadn't gotten a army, new figures for an army or something like that since 5th edition, which apparently came out in either the 90s. Which would have been like 30 years ago. I know they have Age of Sigmar, or at least they had Age of Sigmar figures a few years back, but I didn't know if those were moving the game towards a more Warhammer 40k style of gameplay, or if they were keeping their same gameplay methodology and were just updating the figures. Age of Sigmar is kind of between fantasy and 40k. Lore-wise, it's after the end times, but when the world is destroyed. If the world's destroyed... Okay, that's kind of confusing. So, if the world's destroyed, how is anything happening? Is it kind of like... I'm gonna probably... This is the closest analogy I can think of. Is it sort of like Outland in World of Warcraft, where Outland is like the shards of leftover Draenor after it was destroyed, and you're just... Things are happening just on the big floating pieces that remain of the planet that are just drifting through the void, which sounds kind of weird, but it's the best analogy I can think of. Okay. I'll accept that. I'm glad that I could make it make sense to me in my head. I'm gonna restart the game after this match, and then maybe we'll play some killer as well. I still have to check to see if Clown has that outfit. Okay. Ooh, it's Dredge. Right off the bat, we know it's Dredge. Why did it do that? He's chasing the ace, so we're gonna run this way. Now, I'm only locking one of these lockers each because Dredge's power, when he goes to teleport to the lockers, he teleports to the one that's locked, not to the one that's unlocked. For those of you who don't know how the game plays. So if they're saying that it's in between Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k, are they basically confirming that Fantasy is in the same universe as 40k, and that Fantasy, I don't know, led up to 40k? But then again, that wouldn't... Well, darn. That really wouldn't match up with like Warhammer's like ancient time lore with the War in Heaven, the Necrontyr, the Old Ones, Eldar, Grok, and stuff like that. Here's what we're gonna do. Ready? Now hold on. I'm gonna do like this. Wait for it. He didn't go for it. Unlucky. Okay, that's what I've always thought. I just didn't know if like they were trying to say like, oh, did you mean the gameplay is in between Fantasy and 40Ks? Hold on. Man, this guy's just not coming for my bait. Unlucky. Ah, shoot. Jebaited. Jebaited. Age of Sigmar gets the madness of 40k and puts it in the fantasy scenario post-end times. Oh. This guy's doing good putting pressure on a bunch of different places at once. Now there are two different ways I'm wanting to get there. Yeah, two different ways I want to go for the 40k story. And then there's another direction I'd like to go for that I've been thinking of so far for the whatever I'm trying to think of for the fantasy direction. And I know making it would I'm trying to think of letting fantasy focus on Farron would actually give me a way to make the twist I want to make with Merida in the fantasy story. I'm guessing Ace was going for a unhook. Who goes down for that unhook? V went for the unhook, okay. I'd like to think that the idea I have would be a good one. I don't really want to give it away. But I think if Farron is the main character, it can work. For the fantasy one, I mean. If I'm talking 40k, I know some people have wanted to see like Primarch S, like Primarch Merida. That has been a suggestion, but I think there's a more interesting way to do it. Woo, he is an immediate return to hook. Like, this guy is an immediate return to hook. Got DS'd, got blinded. we've lost, so... Alright, I'm gonna BRB. I'm gonna reset the game real quick, and then we'll keep going.
Stunning. Ooh!
Oh, I meant BRB, and I literally just hit the BRB screen. Didn't mean to do that. I was just gonna close the game out. That's my bad. Actually, we could try Devour's new map. Would you guys be interested in that?
Yes.
The Devour map?
Yeah, you said it's a carnival.
It is. I can do that. Hold on, I gotta...
It's like my favorite creepy thing. Which is weird, because I used to hate clowns until I kicked one in the balls.
Where is it?
That poor man
Hmm?
should have known that no meant no.
Go ahead and end this real quick, and then we'll pull up Devour. There we go.
Oh, sorry, Perfect.
Let me go over there and change up the information. There it is. There we go. Certain stories over certain characters. Well, I can see. I'm trying to think. Let me think. Triana probably remains an elf and a mage. Serena, probably some kind of human noble. That's kind of her typecast. And then, oh, it's downloading more of the... I already downloaded. Oh, it's updating. My bad. It's updating the game. Who else? Elfric / Apria, not really sure. Not really sure. Probably another kind of elf. Alan, he's a magic user through and through, so I'm maybe... Why does my face look so red? This looks so white. Some kind of balance issue? I don't know. No. Alan, I'm not really sure. Maybe a human mage? Tazarin, Katerina of Kislev. Kislev's the Russia place, right? Oh, one of them could be a lizard folk person, I think, or one of the vampires. Grop, hello! How are you doing today? Are you off work? Oh, Nixie? Are you comfy? Oh, I said your name, so you're just gonna... Hi. Yeah. It's the weekend. Is it? Is today Friday or Saturday? Today's Saturday. Oh my god. It's been Saturday all day. It's hard to tell when you like work according to bookings and not on an actual schedule. That's my bad. Okay, we're at 75% updated, 76, 77. It's getting there. It's almost done. That's my fault. Yeah, I think they could all kind of be a little bit have a good. Oh, so you know what? Serena is probably a good candidate for the vampire lords or whatever they're called, the undead faction. Devour. I'm gonna try out the new map. %, baby. Sorry, in a Warhammer fantasy story. Shocked by how much I'm enjoying your My Hero Academia story because I didn't enjoy the anime much, if at all. Well, you know what? I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna kill the music here. How is the new map not in the challenges? Okay, whatever. I think some of the stuff that I have planned for the My Hero Academia story is going to be... trying to think. A little bit... more intense. Alright, we're going to check out the new Carnival map. What is going on here? Why can't I see my character? Okay, there we go.
Haven't I seen you someplace?
It ends here.
Enough already! It ends here.
Oh, shoot, they've got his demon form now. Wait, did they have everybody's demon skins? Oh, you have to buy them. Still, though, hold on. I want to check that out. Not Nathan's yet. What about... Yep, they got Molly's. You know what? I can't actually blame you for that. I really can't.
Haven't I seen you someplace?
Deku is very much a over emotional character. It's like, it's fine for somebody to, like, cry at the occasional thing because, you know, it's just overwhelming or something like that. But when you're crying at literally everything, it becomes way too much.
Time to end this.
Go to hell.
Okay. Okay, speedy, inspired, ritual items are highlighted. Hold on, we're probably gonna go with fast worker and what's this? Oh, that's a super convenient one. Alright, let's just go with... Let's go with that one. Okay. Alright, let's check out this new map. Giving it on normal. No, let's drop it on easy real quick just to check the map out. If you're not familiar with this game, Devour, in it you play as a cult member who one of your other cult members has summoned a demon and gotten possessed by that demon. You're going there to basically banish the demon again. Even though you worship the demon, your goal is for that demon to come to the world and give you influence and power.
Los Angeles, USA. While working as a circus clown, cult member Kai Reweti loathed how the children's smiling faces reminded him of his unhappy childhood. In a jealous rage, Kai lured a group of teenagers to their deaths and disfigured their faces by gouging out their eyes. Kai used the bloodied eyes to perform a summoning ritual, raising the demon Azazel to wreak vengeful havoc on the world. But Azazel possessed Kai. As fellow cult members, you must find a way to banish him, and it's no laughing matter.
I haven't read Solo Leveling. I have watched it though. Alright, hold on, we're gonna check around here. Find out this new map's layout. Goes a little up. What's
There's
that?
so much more being read.
What? What?
The manga's better.
Oh. Yeah, 25 tickets. Oh, that's the pumpkin for this year's event. Okay, never mind. Hold on, what? Okay, that killed me. Never mind then. Okay, so don't do those. Bukatalk! I work right now. I'll pull up one of my crew for your next stream. Add me on Discord. Then there's the sequel, which is about his son. Are you talking about for solo leveling?
Enough already.
Okay, let's try that again. I wonder how many people that got.
Lost.
Like sitting there wondering what the things do, and it just blows up in their face and kills them. Solo leveling? I didn't even know there was a sequel. Let's see, I entered a pie eating race, then slipped and fell flat on my face. But the crowd gave a cheer. Let's book him next year, and now I'm the king of disgrace. Don't like those. Pumpkin. Wait, I'm gonna ask this as you know what? I'm just gonna ask it as bluntly as possible. Is it like Boruto in the fact that it basically pops a squat on all the established characters and basically disregards them and makes them irrelevant, or is basically disrespects like all the stuff that they put towards the story, or what are we thinking? How is it like Boruto? Because I did not like the way Boruto treated basically 99% of the original cast. And these coins got to do something. What do the coins do? What do the coins do? There's a bunch of them. Okay, there's that. As with the son as MC respects the legacy of the father. Okay. So, like, the only thing it really has in common with Boruto is it just goes next generation. Okay. Eyeballs. Another one of those. Oh, Crafty, you'll love this.
Oh my god.
Why did the clown get promoted? He kills at parties. Okay, there's Nathan. Clock room. Got it. Some hay. That's a pretty big map, it feels like. Another one of those things. Seems like that's from the entrance. Lemonade. Can't jump up to grab that, okay. Come back this way. Still not sure what the coins do. Back in the clock room. Mannequins. I like that they put the jack-o'-lantern on one of the mannequin heads. And we're back here. Let's just go ahead and activate Nathan and see what these coins and these, like, jack-in-the-boxes do.
Audience participation time.
Alright, so...
In for a penny, in for a pound.
R? Do I not, like...
Are you feeling lucky?
Sure, what do I do? I got a key.
Nice.
I see death in your future.
Okay, I got the key to the electrical access room. Here's another coin. Here's Nathan. Learning these maps can take a while. But this game can be a lot of fun if you have a group to play it with. I've usually almost always played solo. And hey. Hold on. Where'd the little clown thing go? If you figure out how the maps work and the key spawns and stuff like that, you can do some pretty interesting challenges. I've managed to get all but this brand new map done solo in the nightmare setting. It's a extremely challenging thing to do. 7 out of 10. Okay, she holding that key. That's actually kind of another nice little detail. Well, you guys can't help, so it's solo.
Wow.
Hello? Where'd that little clown guy get to? Running by Nathan again. And if you guys prefer we go back to like Surround Dead or Dead by Daylight, you can just let me know. I was just trying out this map because it came out a few days ago and I haven't touched it yet. I don't mind one way or the other. I will let you. You know what? I'll I'll go over what my idea is. My two ideas for the Warhammer 40k story. And you guys can let me know which one you think might be more interesting. I'll probably put up a poll on Discord. But, like when it gets closer to time. Where'd this little dude go? But the first idea was, and I know Primarch Merida is kind of like the big one everybody's hoping / thinking of, but I was thinking more along the lines of having her be a Necron. Where, you know, fought in the War in Heaven back when it was like the Necron tier and the Catan going up against the Ancient Ones and all the other races that they created to try and stop the Necrons. This little dude got somewhere, holy crap. And then once the Silent King basically put the Necrons to sleep and commanded them to basically just stay asleep or wake up a certain amount of time later. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait, how did I... Okay, so we're probably going to take this back over here. But that's like she you know, she wakes up in her tomb world during the events, like the most recent events of Warhammer 40k. Gilliman's up. The lion is up again. And then I think this is how it's going to go, right? Oh, hey, you see that, Crafty? The minions in this map are the
Oh god.
the clappy monkeys, yeah.
A lot just freaked me out.
Heads or tails?
Okay. I see the map loop now. He's over here. Yeah, there he goes. Does he drop down? He does.
Oh, what's happening to me?
Oh, that's interesting. He doesn't want... He knows something's wrong and something is happening to him. That's kind of a first for these characters. How do I... drop? There we go. Okay. But that's my first idea for the Warhammer 40Ks. Merida is essentially a Necron, which I think could be an interesting take on things. She doesn't, because there are dwarves in Warhammer 40K, and I think everybody kind of expects her to either be one of the dwarves or a Primarch, and I think throwing her in as a Necron would kind of subvert some expectations and give her a chance to kind of be a quasi-villain, you know?
You'll pay for what you've done.
I wouldn't want to say... Hold on just a second. I want to make sure that I'm... Draw is F. Okay. I wouldn't want to say what her motivations would be, because that would kind of give away a little bit of what I'm planning. But I think it would be a cool idea. Where is he? There he is. Calm down, sir. Actually, you know what? Let's do a little prep work. Let's do a little bit of prep work. I'm glad you like the idea, Heretic. My other idea, and again, you guys can let me know what you think, is making her into, and this, Gabriel, you might actually kind of appreciate, was making her into a Skaven, and then having the Skaven brought into the 40K universe by the Horned Rat during the end times. Like, just some, like a... The Horned Rat felt like, you know, the powers that be and everything was going crazy. It needed to find some place where it could grow more influence. Found, like, this little sliver of a connection to the 40K verse, and basically scooped up a bunch of Skaven, dropped them into a hive world, and Merida was one of them. So she wouldn't be a dwarf or anything human nor human looking. She would actually be a Skaven.
I've been expecting you.
And she basically just get dropped into the bowels of a hive world, and have to figure out stuff from there.
Step right up.
Grop, if you aren't aware, the Skaven... Oh wow, he shoots fire. Okay. The Skaven are basically rat people who use chaos magic and stuff like that. And they are the most populous race in Warhammer Fantasy, and they have no problem tossing hundreds of thousands of them at an enemy just to secure a few extra feet of territory. But I figure putting Merida as a quasi-villain, or giving her the chance to be a villain, in the Warhammer Fantasy or the Warhammer 40k universe is kind of like the best chance of getting to see villain Merida, sorry, and any of the mainline stories that I'm telling. Or it's like, could she try to bring some peace to one of those universes? She could try, but it'd be extremely difficult.
Step right up.
Exactly. There are no actual good guys in 40k. Everybody's doing what's best with them, best for themselves, in that universe. So even like nobody can say like, you know what, the humans are the good guys. No, they're not. They're just the protagonists of most of the story, but they're not good by any stretch of the imagination. It's a perfect universe for her to just go, you know what, let me show you guys what happens if I really want to hurt somebody. Like, if I wasn't good, this is what I could do. Which is why I think Necrons or the Skaven would be kind of perfect for that. Yeah, pretty much. The least bad guys are the Tau. And that's still, it's just saying the least bad guys. They're still bad. Making her a Skaven is the best idea I've ever had. You think so?
Welcome, lost soul.
For those of you who can't tell, I'm collecting these coins because you need the coins to activate this. Then you need these to go over and get the little clown guys. Below the clown guys, take their head and put the head in here. He enrages whenever you do that, so it's good to have like all of your stuff kind of in one area. So I figure, give her like I think the better idea is making her a Skaven, because A, you bring in some Warhammer fantasy into Warhammer 40k. B, you give her a group of people who have no problems doing anything someone in charge says to do, without any kind of moral conundrums or being held back by any kind of nobody's pulling on the Skaven's heartstrings. Nobody's going to do that. And then you have also the chance for her to kind of really go ham with her magic. Got 2 out of 10, so I need a total of 8 more. Okay. Exactly. And I think dropping her into the bowels of a hive world would be the absolute best start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mother of all rats. Mother of the swarm. What'd you get there?
Chicken.
Oh.
Erica said I could have it.
I forgot to tell you that too. That's my fault.
It's like one of my favorite foods.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and, because I have this guy here. Is kind of walking around without a head? I saw one of them. ticket. Okay. One more pumpkin. So we're saying, what do you guys think? Skaven or obviously, Heretic thinks she should be a Skaven, but what about everybody else? Oh, I'm betting that, like, if you leave the heads somewhere, the bodies will run around and look for the heads, and that's a way for them to... Okay. Okay. I see what they're doing. And that would definitely be how we would handle it, yeah. Basically, force the Fated to try and fight her. Or, you know what?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
It could be a sort of, there he is.
Oh, what's happening to me?
What was I thinking? One of the other things we could do is, like, say, if she is a Skaven, right? Did I? If she's a Skaven, okay. I could make it so that the story is more, what am I trying to think of? What phrase am I trying to think of? Multi-perspective. Instead of just from her point of view, we could put the story could jump around from her point of view to the other's Fated's point of view, and she never knows that she's fighting them. She just thinks she's fighting the Imperium, the Eldar, the Tau, etc.
Kid didn't stand a chance. Fortune favors the bold.
Red eyes. Red eyes means he's not completely stunned yet. You know, she never knows that she's attacking the Fated, and the Fated never know it's her commanding the Skaven. Which could be kind of cool.
Welcome, Lost. It's always the pretty ones. Heads or tails?
Ooh, slow him down, slow him down. If they figure out it's her, they're gonna try and figure out a way to, try and contact her somehow. Maybe that could be part of the horrors that they're trying to contact her, but they can't figure out how to do it. There we go. I got two at once, but you can only... Okay. How many are we at? 5 out of 10? Okay. This will be number 6, which means 4 more to go. Carnival ticket, ticket. Oh, I'm gonna die. Woo, that was close. That darn monkey.
Fortune's told, don't be shy.
Almost got me.
Eyes plucked out like ripe cherry.
Okay, the last 4 down there. What I need to do is find more coins. I have 3. I need 1 more coin. They do respawn around the map. We just need to find out where they are. Coins, coins, coins. Coin. There we go.
You'll pay for what you've done.
Alright. Now, one of the things we can try and do is gather all the heads up in one area. Over in the, What am I trying to think of? In that little area with the gypsy machine. Okay, there's going to be one there. Might need a... Okay, I got it. So, what the Chaos Gods in 40k might be concerned about some soul corruption for the Fated. It could happen. You never know. I think one of the interesting concepts is that we'd be introducing another Chaos God in the Horned Rat to 40k. Ah, dang, these little guys are starting to run over this way too, so we can't really... I can't reliably do this strategy that I was hoping for.
Come a little closer.
I can try and drop it like right... Oh. Right there. Hopefully it won't see it and... And we know for sure there was one over here. How long would that take me? It's a coin. I think the one thing I would definitely have to focus on is... Dang it.
Step right. He didn't stand a chance.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the light off and stay over here, so, hoping he doesn't find me in here. One of those little guys already found the head that I had been saving. Oh, I got lucky. I got super lucky. Ooh, that was lucky. You know, maybe we can chase this guy back this way? Yeah. Keep him sort of in the area. Alright, he's enraging. I know I've been in these areas, but I'm making sure that one of the... I was gonna say, making sure one of the toys hasn't wandered into one of the rooms. Could be like right there. Yeah, he is. I'm about to get unlucky. I kind of feel it. One of the fated do something unexcusable ends up making him or her unfair. I'm not really sure what they could do to upset Merida that much. Especially considering that situation. I need to run. Where are these guys? There we go. This will be number 8. Come back around this way. And this goes up. Okay. Starting to get a little bit tougher. So 8. Okay. So I'm gonna need one more after this. Wait, 8. No, 2 more after this. Then I can get the one that I've got trapped here. No. One more. Okay, down and to the left. Down and to the left. Alright.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Can I... Oh, I already did. Okay, never mind. So down and to the left is where this last one is. That I know I'm gonna have to go wandering a good ways for. We've got this guy that I want to scare that way. Whoa! Oh, he dropped down. Where is this little guy? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot, he came, like, right around the corner, didn't he? Oh, eyes are still red. Ah, shoot, where is this thing?
Oh, what's happening to me?
Did I see it? I could have swore I saw it. These ones running around without their heads is a little bit confusing. Am I able to... No, can't go up into... Correct, so they don't... The only thing that they really respect is someone willing to hurt them more than they're willing to hurt somebody else. They respect power and the willingness to wield that power. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. I'm also focusing on this. Sorry, hold on just a second. Let me get to it. Ooh. Yes, I can read it. Just give me just a second here. She was always overprotective of her kin, no matter the setting or the universe she's in. That's true. I think being a Skaven, she would... I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase it, really. I think she would try to... find a way to weed out the worst of them. If you know what I mean. And then use... I might just have to get the one that whose position I know for sure. Because I cannot find this one that has its head and is supposed to be like in this general area. Like, weed out the ones that are... least loyal by putting them at the front lines so that she can show the ones who are more than likely to be loyal the benefits of falling in line. you know? And when they see enough victories and enough meat, gain territory and stuff like that, the ones that are more likely to fall in line will fall in line, you know? It is down and to the left. It's got to be inside of a room that I haven't found or something, right? There we go. Yep. I didn't even notice that door, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, shoot. Darn. 9 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad. Not too bad. It's one of those things where I think it would be an opportunity to just be like, if Merida just decided to not care about the people around her and use them as just straight up weapons or tools or however you want to put it, what would she be capable of? Would she be capable of basically leading the Skaven to eat the 40k universe? I think the answer is yes. No, I wouldn't retcon the Skaven, but you have certain the one thing I do know about in Skaven lore is that there are Skaven who have actual loyal followers. There's the one that fights, I think his name is Bellathor, the dwarf, and one of the goblins at 8 Peaks. Like he leads from the front. He brings in just tons of kills, tons of victories, and stuff like that. So he has people that are actually just straight up loyal to him because he's just that, I guess, badass. And then you have, like, the Council of 13 is different because they're just the ones who are on top at the moment. But I think you have, like, the individual, like, heroes, and I'm using that term loosely as in a, I'm going to swap back over to DBD. I just want to check out that, that map. But, I think you have the ones that are, like, the bigger named ones and stuff like that that actually have, a, like, one of them has, like, a very loyal, I want to say, like, bodyguard, retinue, whatever you want to call it. So there is that. But I think if you can, trying to think of the way to phrase it, if you can show, like, you're gonna get a lot of meat, you're gonna get a lot of victories, you're gonna get a lot of territory, you know, I'm just gonna keep giving you more because I'm just that good, you'll find Skaven, I think you'd find that Skaven would be willing to not kill this, like not want to try and take over for this person because they're literally just doing everything that they can, you know? Culture influence too. Generation after generation, they can change over time. That is true. That could be a thing. That I'm not, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I'm not 100% familiar with the tenets of the horned rat, but I do know that there are Skaven that just say, okay, this person is just full-on badass. I'm going to follow that person. And until that person starts showing weakness, that person's not really in danger because they're just providing so much to the quality of life for the Skaven around them that they want that person to be in charge. Will they want to maybe one day take their place? I mean, sure, yeah, maybe eventually. Right now their bellies are full. And right now they're getting lots of, loot and territory and victory. So maybe not right now. Maybe later down the line when they stop really doing that as much, Let's try and play a little hag. Survivors in the triggered zone of a phantasm trap are hindered by 9%. Increased movement speed by 7.5%. Right. Okay, yeah. This is what I was wanting. Chaos Dwarves? I thought about Chaos Dwarves. I just think it would be cool to see Merida as something other than a dwarf for at least one of the stories, and I think 40k was one of those stories where, like, she's a Necron or she's a Skaven, and I think the Skaven are, like, the Necron. So when it comes to the Necron, I think the Necron have too much power for her to work with, if that makes any sense. They have their maps that, they can just delete a star off a map and it just goes away. With her diplomacy skills, she'd be able to get people like Trazen the Infinite to kind of sign on with her, and the Stormlord, and I think as a Necron, she would have probably too easy of a time, if that makes sense. But I think if she starts as a Skaven, she can kind of work her way up to, like, taking over a hive city and then the world, and then, like, figuring out a way to get off planet. Whew. And then once she gets off planet, they slowly start to spread. Buddy, stop. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Very good. She went this way? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna... Get stuck on something. Come on. Swing! Darn, missed it. Oh well. This is a terrible map for Hag anyway. I'm not going to be upset if I lose this. Oh, okay. She's also got that. Cool. Yep, and then there's that again. See, that's 3 gens right there. Because it's such a massive map. Hello. Okay. Well, we're gonna definitely lose this, so let's just skip. Let's just skip. I don't know if I would call Tau the weakest, maybe the smallest, but I don't know if I would call them the weakest. I really should have just bounced out of that game the moment I saw that map. But it is what it is. There are some maps that your killer is just never going to do anything with, and that was one of them. That is one of the largest and most survivor-sided maps in the game. And Hag, even though I have her built to be a chase version of the killer, cannot really keep up in a chase. What I should have done if I really wanted that person is drop a trap right in front of the door that I came in and then hit her. She would have ran back. It would have activated. She couldn't get out and I could have hit her again. But she probably had DS. Again? They're giving me the map again. Oh, okay. This is a small version of the map. Am I allowed to place my fucking traps? Holy shit. Wow. Hello. Got you. It's always run back to the pallet, run back to the pallet. And they increase the number of pallets because apparently survivors needed more than 200 bonus per 200 second chance perks. Communication. Wait, so you insulted me first in in-game chat, and then come in and say GG? That's kind of... You're gonna have to pick a lane. Nice fake. Wait, she didn't make any noise that time. It's not something you can do is come in and tell somebody that, you know, when they you don't call them a noob and call them a loser and then be like, oh, by the way, GG. Doesn't make sense, man. Like, if you're gonna be a dick, just own it. Don't pretend you're not one. Second time getting these maps, though. Second game on, second time we're getting this fucking map. It's like the game just doesn't want me to play. Just tell me it doesn't want me to play. Yeah, just drop. Mass Effect is story 11. Oh, look, another pallet. And there's another one? Jesus fucking Christ. There we go. Don't tell me it's not Swift. Alright, Heretic, have a good one. Hope you have yourself a fantastic day or evening. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. There we go. Let's do this. Uh-huh. Man, that must be nice. Why the fuck am I stunned for so long? Oh, there she is. Uh-huh. Totally not swift, guys. Oh my god. I'm just gonna let them out. Just go. This is why nobody wants to play the game. Is you can't actually play without having to go up against 2 Swifts in a row on 2 absolutely terrible maps for your killer in a row. But the Mass Effect story is story 11. That's where all of the the major stuff that we've been doing culminates. And then once that happens, the stories are going to be more of individual stories, not a linked series. We'll try one more. No, we won't. Because that's just going to get me frustrated if I have to go against Swift after Swift after Swift on the exact same map every time. That's how you discourage people from playing. I was like, hey, we have the slowest killer in the game. Let's give her the largest map in the game, and then let's give it to her again with a Swift. Crafty, could I ask you to get me some tea?
Can you give me just one moment?
Yes. I had nothing that would stun me longer either. None of my perks made me stunned for longer, so I'm wondering if somebody was cheating. Wow, that all popped up all at once. That's crazy. There we go.
I had to beat up Odin.
Hmm. All right. What other universes? Wesker? Wesker. We have Castlevania. For sure. There's Castlevania. Hold on, I'll bring up the list again real quick. No big dig. Hold on just a second. Drive. So far, confirmed at least, to get a story, Castlevania, Devil May Cry, Naruto, Power Rangers, Sailor Moon, Warhammer 40k, Yu Yu Hakusho. After that, I'm not really sure. Wait to see where he is. Which way is he going? He found Ronaldo again? Like right off the bat? That's pretty crazy. Maybe if he downs him I can do the trick. Here's what we're gonna do. Wait for him to hook somebody. And then just do this. Okay, so that should kind of make him want to come over this way. But it didn't. Unfortunate. Thank you for the tea.
You're welcome. Thanks for letting me finish my dungeon.
There's also... Okay, There's a chance. There's a chance. There's a chance it can still happen. Nope. Meow. He did it anyway. Oh no! Oh! You missed! Plonk. Ow. There's been a lot of discussion on the possible Naruto story and how Merida could be in that universe. Right back to Hook. Here, we'll just let him. Yeah, come on. Come on.
Playtime is over.
We'll just let him have it. And that's how people are playing tonight. We'll just go to some Surround Dead. But there was also the request for a basically like a Walking Dead, like basically a zombie apocalypse story. So that's still a possibility. I'm not really sure how I would do something like that, because it's one of those things, like, it's a zombie apocalypse. You would basically either have to beat it or just kind of survive until you die, whether by becoming a zombie or you die of, like, old age, or whatever, you know? Oh, he's just coming around looking for me. That's fine. He wasn't actually trying to down anyone, he was just looking for me. But there is the a zombie apocalypse in a fantasy setting. I don't know if there could be a zombie apocalypse in a fantasy setting. Because you'd have so much like magic and stuff like that to work with that zombies aren't really that big of a problem. You know?
I'm more worried about dragons.
Yeah, but then you on the opposite side you have like you know, paladins, holy knights, priests, clerics. That's what kind of keeps zombie apocalypses in check in a fantasy setting. Heck, wizards, fireball. Now, if you want to say something like a zombie apocalypse in a medieval setting where there's no magic or anything like that, then it becomes interesting. That could be a thing. Here it is. What build am I thought I had the one where I had the, Here we go. That's what I thought I had. Actually, you know what? Let's try and get in some, a little bit of surround dead before we sign off. Oh, hello. There we go. So, yesterday, I tried to do like a one-shot, like you can only you only have one life playthrough of this. I actually got to level 14 or 15, something like that. Why is it only showing that? Hold on just a second. There it goes. Medieval, like, zombie apocalypse with low magic is Game of Thrones. Yeah, kind of. Alright, what was I doing here? Stop the truck. Oh gosh. Please let me pull out my freaking sword. Wow. Doing great already. Wow. Fantastic. Okay. What's up? That is an interesting question. Mel?
I don't remember. I'm so toasty.
What was it, like Buddy and Freya?
Yeah.
Freya.
Freya.
Okay.
I want to.
A-N-D.
Yeah, I want to say Buddy, Freya. I think they're both capitalized, and I'm not sure if there's an exclamation point at the end.
Okay, I'll play around.
Enjoy your experimentation.
We have to do that every time.
Okay, this was what I was parked here for. I was going to do this infestation. There we go. I said it would be best if Westeros was taken by the White Walkers and a few pockets of survivors try to survive. Wait, were we gonna do this, or had we already done it? I can't remember. Judo chop. There we go. I swapped up my keybinds. I forgot about that. So I'm still trying to... I know it's going to be one big battle. It's going to be kind of decisive. The one thing that I'm not sure about is how I want to do the post-battle. Because... I'm trying to think. Shoot, where did this runner come from? Hold on, let me... Where's my lunchbox? Drinky. And some food. Oh. Here we go. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the post-battle, because it's getting close to the end of the story at this point. I've gone, you know, like mostly like 40 to 30 something to 40 chapters, and with the past two stories, it's kind of about how long I want them to all go. Though I'm thinking that Star Wars will probably be finished by the time it's time for Star Wars to be the main story, just because of how often people vote for it to be the next story. Like the bonus chapter, I should say, for each month, which wouldn't surprise me.
Nope.
There might be capitalization involved.
I did the capitalization she told me, so hang on.
I'm not really sure. Because, like, House Lannister has basically been wiped off the map, except for... I mean, it's not wiped off the map, but it is not what it used to be. Okay, we finished this infestation. That's what happened. That's why we were parked here. Okay. But I'm trying to think if the... Where are we? I don't like that the player thing... Okay, I'm right here. Where was I going? I was probably going over here to this primary infestation. Okay. So down this way and then left. Okay. I'm not sure if the White Walkers care about climate, to be honest with you. Because they seem to have a way of making the cold colder, regardless of where they are. And the TV show, they just got a bunch of Deus Ex Machina with Arya, you know, one-shotting the Night King, which, let's all be honest, was kind of like the worst decision they could have made when they built all that other stuff up. Oh no! Stop shooting my truck, you dickheads! Oh, I passed it. That was the infestation point. Okay. Well, swapping back over to my rifle. Let's pop him. Anybody else? Oh, yep, there's one more. There we go. The one thing I think would be kind of... well, maybe not. What do we have here? I'm gonna go ahead and save, because I'm right. This thing. Do I not have any... I don't know how many I can make, but may as well try. Well, where'd they go? I'm looking for the... Molotov cocktails that I just made. I don't know. Figure it out?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna try it on my phone.
Is it maybe Freya and Buddy?
I tried that and it didn't look right.
You also say the correct spelling of most words doesn't look right.
It didn't seem like it was right.
It is probably Buddy and Freya, but I was pretty sure we... Uh-oh. I don't know how I'm moving the camera like that. One of the things that I'm kind of wanting to accomplish is... because Merida has really gone through some stuff when it comes to the Game of Thrones story. Like, she is...
Haha.
What, figured it out?
Figured out how to check it on my phone.
Oh.
And it's not Buddy and Freya anymore.
Oh, is it my standard one? Okay. Okay, that's my fault then. That's my fault. I think what I'm trying to figure out is maybe, because she leaves worlds better than she found them. So, I think after all the... Can we please stop shaking my desk and everything like that? That'd be great. I want to say something like maybe she uses the trauma of losing Alan and Serena in the way that she's lost them in these last few chapters as fuel to do better, if that makes sense. Because in, trying to think, Cyberpunk story, she's already starting to do more community-minded stuff. Good job. Already got a wallet, got that, got that, got that. Would you guys mind if I basically turned the nights off in this? Because you can't.
Because it's real dark.
You can't really see anything during the nighttime phases. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Hold on just a second. It's gameplay, third person. Hold on. Difficulty settings. That's the zombie spawn, scavenger. Move refill times. Player times, vehicle. I know there was a setting for it. I know there was. Let me see here. AI respawn time, zombie respawn time, boss respawn, zombie, sprint, toughened, ultra radiated, acidic armored, bandit, military, scavenger, animal. That's gonna show up a lot in the Cyberpunk story. She was not happy. She's not gonna be happy with her performance in a world where she basically, and this is where some of her pride or arrogance is coming in, it's a world where she basically should have just dog walked everything, and she still lost her friends in very terrible ways. It's one of the interesting things I find is that some people will say, like, she's making obvious blunders or obvious mistakes and stuff like that, and I don't think they're taking into account her personality and the way she goes about things. Where is this? Weapon durability, muscle. Random infestations, random level scaling. Radiation. Okay, there it is. Night length. Boop. Boop. There we go. Night brightness. We'll turn the night brightness all the way up. There we go. Yeah, see, the night's already over. It just ended the night. Okay, cool. But I don't think they take into account when they say something like that is they don't take into account her trying to play by the rules. Basically, it's almost a compulsive need for her to play by the rules. It's something like she can't really help it, you know? And there is a story reason for that, but again, it's a long-term payoff story. Credits. She's not gonna really want to she's gonna accept the failures for what they were, but she's not gonna want to repeat them at all. She has a very she's gonna beat herself up more than anybody else will about those failures. This is dangerous. This is dangerous because I don't know where those zombies are spawning from. Okay, they spawn there. Let's go ahead and save right here before we encounter the zombies, because they swarm after you destroy one of those things. I'm gonna try and sprint past them. Good. Hold on. It's nice. Okay, so now we can just, at our leisure, whew. A lot of the decisions she makes are based on trying to play by the rules, and then a lot of the backtracking she does is... I know I have more shotgun shells than that. Hold on, what? Like, when she just throws all caution and everything else like that to the side is when her emotions get the best of her, because she was trying to play by the rules and got punished for it. Wait, what happened? Okay, there we go. All the music stopped all of a sudden, so I didn't know what was going on. Am I really out of shotgun shells? I'm out of shotgun shells. Okay, well. Pull out the 308. There we go. Someone has suggested Frostpunk before, and I've never played the game. It looks like an interesting setting, but I've never played it. And I think there's a sequel, isn't there? I think this one only has like the one. Okay, well. I want to make sure that if one of those big guys spawns, I'm far enough away. Who? That was way too high. What are they running after? What's over there that they're trying to hit? Keep forgetting to count my ammo. Oh man, I was almost really mad at myself thinking I'm out of 308 and out of shotgun shells. Oh, there's tons of fun right there. Okay. Hold on. I see him. What's he doing? What is there that's... I'm not complaining because he's not actively trying to kill me, but still. Got him. $18 slots is 18 slots. Okay. Oh, shoot. Woo! Shoot. There we go. Is it an RTS game? There's 6 points. Zombie in the wall. Okay, so here's that. Some more 308. Good. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Technically, it's a city builder. Oh, she would hate the cold. I don't know if you've noticed that, but she absolutely hates the cold. Which she really has no reason to hate. Well, she does, but I gotta find where all my empty jugs are. Right there. Okay. And I left my truck over this way? Yeah, because I was driving away from the guys who were shooting up my truck. There it is. Alright, where am I? I cleared that out. Military airdrop. Food airdrop. What do I want to do? I could go left, and then go left. Well, go left, go left, go right, go left. I want to come up here because there's a bunch of traders up this way. I can sell some stuff too. I learned that yesterday as well. Hold on a second. It's a second vehicle. Do you know what we can do with a second vehicle? Are you joking? There we go. What? What do you mean? Tow this vehicle. No tow vehicle found. Tow this vehicle. Vehicle hitched. Why does it want the one in the front to be the... I don't know. Hold on. I'm very confused at the moment. Okay. But technically is a city, but the cold she hates and the amount of sorrow people that will die for any bad decisions she does. That would have to be a later on story. And 1 second. The reason I say that would have to be a later on story, there we go, is because if she would go into Frostpunk now, before story 11, she would ensure that it would not be cold at all. It's like, it's a city builder game. Nothing in the rules says she has to stay cold. With that much constant coldness, like in Game of Thrones, she deals with it because she can go back inside. Eventually, she'll go back down south. You know, it's not a, and I'm guessing the world is, it's basically just like a frozen world or something. But in her mind, she'd just be like, no, I'm just using my abilities, and this place is gonna get nice and cozy and warm real quick because screw being cold. She does not like it in the slightest. So if there's a way to be warm, she'll find a way to be warm. And we were going, yes, left at this street. The one person, okay, I'm trying to, I don't want to have to try and spoil things. 7 eventually stops showing up. You'll notice, like in Witchling, everyone is there except 7. So 7 stops showing up. Eventually, like you can see in what is it? My Hero Academia, 7 starts helping instead of hurting. If I get... Oh, I can get there now. Hold on. By going this way. Okay. Gonna be like right, ooh, excuse me, over this hill. There we go. There we go. That is true. There is technically an 8th. You're not wrong about that. Black market trader, huh? Alright, let's, He's not accepting items? How much money do I have? Ooh, okay. Might have to come back to him later. Nothing in there, but I think I'll go ahead and... Wait, how much is this? 30? Yeah. Nobody really remembers that guy either. I do, but there's a reason he hasn't shown up. I think it's an interesting reason, but other people might not. And saying the reason can technically be a pretty massive spoiler. So I'm going to avoid saying much in the way of that guy. Okay, so we gotta get some... Give me some 308. Okay, that was that. Then, we kind of can. We actually have to hold on to that. Flashlight. We can drop the flashlight. We can drop this. I thought it would be a good inclusion. Like he simply. He got another chance at life, and he was just going to take that. He was going to take that chance to live a quiet, peaceful life. It's like how many people, when given the opportunity to be something extraordinary, would simply choose to be normal. So I think that's why he was a good little fit into the story. I wasn't sure if he would, because there wouldn't be much to do with him in the main story itself. But I think he contributed more than people would like to think. just by being that little bit of an example. I think he's a very underrated character that most people don't think about this far in. And he'll never show up again. That's the funny part, is he'll never show up again, and there's a reason for it. And the reason is actually his decision. It basically has to do with Merida respecting his decision. These are tools. Do I use anything that uses 5.56? I do not. 7.62? No. Because that's a 9mm, that's 12 gauge, and that's 308. That's my 9mm ammunition. Okay. Where's my 12 gauge? That's 45. That's my 308. Okay. But where is my... Where's my 12 gauge ammo? .762, 9mm, 5.56, 12 gauge. I'll just go ahead and confirm buy it all. Alright, that should be enough. I am happy somebody remembers him, though. I kind of... I kind of wanted to, like, start dropping the occasional, modern-day story. Nothing amazing happens, no real plot other than just, like, them all during high school, and having that one guy be in the story and everybody just be like, who the heck is this? This isn't one of the Fated, and just going, yeah, he is. Should be... Yep, okay. On my way back to the base. Towing this truck. So that we have 2 trucks now. Did not mean to kill that rabbit. What the heck? Oh, I'm being dumb. Am I? I'm on the wrong side. Okay, yep, I'm being dumb. I went left instead of right. Alright, we're back to the base. Alright, Gabriel, you get yourself some sleep. Hope you have a fantastic night. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish up this next chapter and get it out to you guys. Whoa, I'm going the wrong way. Get it out by tomorrow sometime, so you guys can enjoy some more Game of Thrones action. But thanks for stopping in. We had a nice little chat. I love going over ideas and stuff like that, so it's been really... Oh, nope. Untie. There we go. So what I'm gonna do here is open this. Oh my gosh, look at that. It has a freaking Jenny in it. And gas. That's awesome. So I'm gonna put this helmet here, this here, this. This is a 34 slot bag. But we don't really need it. And there's nothing in it. So you know what? We're gonna put it right here. We can combine these. Just put that there. This way, if we die, we can have a setup and some equipment for our retrieval process. Is that not that's Colonel's Revenge? This is for the Valkyrie. This is for Guardian. Okay. Go ahead and place this chair. Is there any other piece of furniture that I have that might need to go somewhere? Nope. Nope. Let me grab one of these from here real quick. There we go. I don't think we had anything else really. We have this, battle ready. It's also for the battle ready, but we need that, and then more 9mm in it. There we go. What's in this? For Crusher, I don't have Crusher. Alright. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, I can. Oh, shit. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I should have sold the cleaning kit as well. Alright. I need to refill that. I need to get right here. I can... Okay, yeah, just go across the street and refill up all the water jugs. Then we'll come back to the base. Oh! Okay then. That was the decision. Yep, okay. Alright, let's... Boom, boom, boom. Fill, 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 fill. Open this up. Up, up. Come over here. Water purification. Alright, try back over this way to the base. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save, and we're gonna call it a night. It's been a good little 3-hour stream, impromptu weekend impromptu stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks for stopping in, chatting, talking stories and possibilities about what we might be able to do with future different universes and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I love bouncing ideas off of you. Hope you all have a good one, and we'll see you probably on Monday.